Este programa tem o patrocínio North Avenue Bakery, Hotel Praia Sol, Luís Firmino Insurance, MCM Clinic, Top Burger, Go Car Service, Coimbra Restaurant. Olá, muito boa noite, bem-vindos a mais um Meet the Leaders. E hoje falamos mesmo de um líder, alguém que está nos meandros da política, no vizinho condado de Hudson, há vários anos. Alguém que é muito querido pela comunidade portuguesa. Falamos do vereador de Harrison, Larry Bennett, que é agora candidato também ao cargo de comissário do West Hudson. Larry, always a pleasure.
How are you?
Good, good.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for this moment. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you.
Anytime.
Larry, first and foremost, you've been a big friend of the Portuguese community. You've been a big friend of all communities because diversity plays a huge role in a town like Harrison, in a county like Hudson. Tell us, who's Larry Bennett?
Well, I'm the person that is out there on the street with the people. I'm very accessible. When there's a problem, they say I'm the go-to guy to do it. I've always been that way all my life, and I work for the people, and I want to make sure that they get what they need. And if they have a problem, we take care of it. And sometimes I have to reach out for somebody else, but I know where to go when we need to fix a problem.
And that is something that is always helpful on the days that we're living and on the challenge that we're facing. So you've been the city council in Harrison for how many years, and what are the major things that you were able to start?
I've been on the council. First, I want to say that when I first ran, people said I'd never make it because I don't speak Spanish, I don't speak Portuguese, and I was elected by a majority, a big majority, and I've always kept my connections with the diversity of the town, and being on the council opens up doors for me to be able to help people. What I learned on the council is how to balance a budget. In the last 10 years, Harrison municipal budget hasn't had a raise. So the homeowners, their taxes municipal-wise are level. Now, the other things that come into play is Hudson County taxes, and that's why I want to be there. I want to be able to bring what I learned on the council about the budget and stuff, I want to bring to the county. So my residents in District 9, that they'll bring down the county taxes, and that I want to make sure that we get all the benefits that we need, that we're paying for.
So you're talking about taxes, money. Another big issue that you always talking about is public safety. We cannot talk about quality of life without public safety.
Exactly.
What are the major ideas that you have?
So my ideas is this. First of all, in the last, I would say, 7 or 8 years, we have doubled the police department in Harrison, manpower. We're down to 39 officers altogether. Now we have 44 patrolmen, and all the ranks are full. The same thing with the fire department. When we were on state aid, when I first got elected, we were already on state aid. They wouldn't let us hire anybody. So now we've doubled the fire department. We've bought all new equipment. And the thing is that people don't understand the equipment that the police department and fire protects the people, whether it's the radios or when they go up into these new buildings, they have to have the radios that are equipped to be able to communicate with the guys outside. So that's, the other thing is that I started the police patrolling around the parks that we have, you know, making sure that the people are safe and that, you know, some places you do have a homeless problem and you got to make sure that that's controlled. And if you don't, you're going to have a real big problem. So, and I worry about the kids, you know, making sure that they're safe and the adults. And that's the big thing of mine in all the parks in my district. And we've done that in town. So we have more patrols out on the street. People tell me all the time, oh, I see the cops now, they're patrolling. The other thing is I want to bring the sheriff's department into the towns and have them patrol too and work with the local police, because that doubles, you know, that helps us.
Larry, one of the biggest challenges that all communities are facing today is about affordability. You know, becomes more and more difficult for people to afford to live. No. What are the ideas that you want to bring to the table?
So I was chairman of the Housing Authority. I gave it up about probably 10 years ago. But when I was chairman, I was on the Housing Authority for about 9 years. I was chairman. I was able to work together with the county and the town and the state for funds and build affordable housing for seniors. And we have a building over there that has 14 apartments, and it's affordable for them. And right now we're looking to build more. We just acquired some property, and we have some other property that's zoned. When I was on the zoning board, it's zoned for affordable housing. So we're looking into that, and we have a pot of money that the developers contributed to. So we have the money to be able to do that. I mean, especially in Harrison and all over the place, it's so expensive for rents and stuff. I don't know how people do it, but what we do. And then if we have a person that has difficulty and they come to us, we try and help them maybe pay the rent or figure out a way where they don't, if you miss 2 months rent and we could help them pay that, well, what do we do so they don't fall back into the same hole? So that's what we look at, and we try and get them money from the county and from the state to try and help them pay the rent.
Larry, one of the things that you always involved is a non-profit that is well known, the Elks. Tell us the story that you built when they knock your door for the first time.
So the Elks were having a problem financially, and they were ready to, they call it pull their charter, to close it. So 2 of my friends came to me and said, Larry, we need help. So I said, okay. So what I did is I went in, I put a team together, and we were able to, first of all, we fixed the inside, the hall, and what we did is we had a dinner, they called it the Hometown Heroes. So we honored police, firemen, crossing guards, the teacher, but we brought everybody in to see the place. That was one of the ways we did it. And from that time on, it just took off. Plus, the relationships that I've had in the town with the businesses and stuff, and in Kearney with businesses, we were able to raise money to get up on our feet. And during those 25 years, we were able to fix the place up, and we were able to donate $1.5 million to charity. And we now have, after all the things we do hot meals at Thanksgiving, we do Christmas, we make sure the kids have clothes. If they need coats, people come to us, we buy them coats. We do book bags full of supplies for the kids. And now we have almost $300,000 in the bank. So we're doing well, and we're like the pillar of the community, because when people need things, even the mayor will say, well, go see the Elks or go see Larry in the Elks. But, and that's a good thing. And we've made a really a lot of progress with doing that and helping the community.
Before we move on, I want to talk about another topic that I think that is extremely important. We're talking about, green parks, new fields. That is an important part of the day-by-day life of the residents on the West Hudson. What are the ideas that you have to develop even more that area?
So now, first I'll let you know what I've done as recreation chairman. I have 15 years as recreation chairman. And what we've done is when I first took office, the Little League had no lights. It was probably the only Little League in the state that didn't have lights. So once the sun started going down, we had to call the games because the kids would get hit with the ball. Within a year and a half, we had lights in the Little League, and they were able to finish the games. But what we did in 5 or 6 years ago, we built a brand new Little League. We have all the playgrounds that we have, we rebuilt, and they're brand new, and actually we're finishing one more. And now we just did a park on Cape May Street along the Passaic River by Jackson Street Bridge. So those are the parks. And my thing is too, West Hudson Park has a field that used to be part of the lake. And I get it because it's on the low level. And what happens is when it rains, it floods. And it takes a week or two to be able to use it again. So what I want to do is I want to go to the engineers in the county and the towns, and if we need to, we can go to our legislators in the state and get money and be able to fix this field and bring it up so it could be available for the kids for the recreation. I mean, if we could build a Walmart on a swamp, we could fix this field. And that's what I want to do. The more recreation, I have doubled or tripled the programs that we have. It keeps the kids off the street and it keeps them out of trouble. And when we didn't have too much money, because we are on the state aid, I used to tell the mayor, listen, either you pay it in a recreation or you're going to pay it with the police, because those same kids are going to be in trouble. We have one program, a soccer program. We have 125 kids in that program. Then we run another program, that's the Harrison FC. We run another program for the kids just learning how to play soccer. That's another 125 kids. That's 250 kids that we're keeping off the street and they're occupied all the time. So those are the things that I want to do, and I want to expand them in all the towns. Now, I know Kearney's looking for a recreation center. They bought a church or whatever, but they haven't had a recreation center for the kids. So if it rains, they have nowhere to go. So those are the things that I want to work. I want to work with Kearney. I want to get the money from the county or from the state, and be able to make this dream come true for them, being as they already bought the building and everything, and we'll work together and improve the recreation for Kearney.
Thank you for bringing that up. You mentioned throughout this interview how important is a teamwork. You built a team in the Elks. You work with Mayor McDonald, Mayor Fife now. You work with a team of people for the best of the people. How important is to have a voice and a vision in the West Hudson, able to understanding the meanings of work with the people, for the people?
Some people say, like, when I run, and I say this all the time, I don't listen to anybody but the people. I do not owe anybody anything. I mean, I'll work with everybody and anybody, but you're not going to pressure me into voting for something that I don't think is good for the people. And when something does come up, I go out and talk to the people because I have personal relationships with the residents. I mean, we meet on the street, we talk about different things, but this is the thing that you have to let them know and let them give you feedback. So, and we talk about this all the time too. I don't have any bosses. I'm the guy that the people wanted, and that's who I'm going to represent. Nobody's going to tell me if I don't like anything, like whatever it is. I just tell them I'm not voting for that. You guys can do whatever you want, but I'm not voting for it. And usually we're able to sit down and say, okay, this isn't good right now, or how do you fix it? You know, you could always come together. You know, whether you don't agree with everything, but there's a way to always come together and make it work.
Larry, what make you a different candidate from the other two that are running against you?
These two guys are young, and I don't have a problem with young people getting involved, but you have to start somewhere else. You can't start at the top. That what makes me different from them, I already have the knowledge, whether it's working with the legislature. I worked across the aisle when I was an aide to Joan Quigley. My friend, he's chairman of the Port Authority, Kevin O'Toole. He's always, his family's all Republican, but we worked together when he was the senator, and now he's chairman of the Port Authority. And I'm able to call, like we had a problem with something with the PATH train. I called them. Within 2 or 3 days, the thing was fixed. I have a relationship with public service. It's about making connections. And then even with the businesses, you know, they make donations to the Elks and they help me with other things. And the thing is that, but when they need help, I'm there for them. I always answer my phone. If I don't answer it, you leave me a message, and I might be in a meeting, or even like tonight, you know, but I always get back to the people. I learned that from, some people might remember him, Frank Rogers. He was elected official for 50 years. He was the mayor of Harrison. He was a state senator. He said, always answer the phone. Don't promise anything that you can't deliver on. And you tell the person, let me see what I can do, and get back to them. Sometimes it's not the answer that they want, but they respect you for getting back to them and not leaving them hanging.
Larry, we are about to conclude. I have a couple more questions for you. One is, why is it important that everybody in Harrison, East Newark, Kearney, Secaucus, come out, Jersey City too, because it's a part, come out and vote on June the 2nd? Why those elections are so important?
First of all, voting is a privilege, and everybody that has the ability to vote should come out and use that. Because I hear a lot of people complain about different things, but they don't go out and vote. The thing is that if you don't come out and vote on election day, the vote for me is your voice at the table. So you vote for me, you're going to have a voice at the table for the commissioners for Hudson County. And whatever we need to do, or whatever the people come to me with, I can bring it to that table. And like I said before, nobody tells me what to do, and I will bring the voice. If I'm elected, they're going to know that I'm sitting there at the table, and I will make sure that the people in the 9th District will get represented and not forgotten, because we're not connected to Jersey City. So we're like sort of the stepchild, you know what I mean? We're the last people to get things, last people to get their the streets plowed or the streets to get fixed. The thing is that they'll know I'm there, and the people will get represented the way they should be.
June the 2nd is the election day. 3D is your number. I'd like to give you a couple minutes to messaging the residents on the West Hudson in the importance to elected you.
I'd like you to come out and vote for me on election day because I'm there for you. I'm your representative. And if you vote 3D on election day and put me in, I will be there to represent you. And whatever the complaints are, you could always call me. Everybody has my phone number. Ask my wife. They call me all the time.
Larry, thank you very much for this opportunity.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And letting me be able to get my ideas out to the people.
Thank you. Ficamos hoje a conhecer pouco mais do vereador Larry Bennett, homem que tem uma vida dedicada a uma comunidade, homem com ideias definidas, homem que tem interesse, servir os residentes que o vão eleger. Para o Meet Leaders, Ricky Durães, WNN, Luso Americano Magazine.